here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the Generations of Minecraft Realm server on a Saturday at noontime. And right away, I would just like to have you all acknowledge and welcome the return of Princess Nebula, who's been away for the last couple of streams, and so glad to see you. And she's asking how it's going. Things are going awesome. Thank you so much. It's nighttime, and we have some non-mushroom island biome that has been filled in here, and it's well lit up. But you know what? That could still spawn mobs. So let's do a quick little nap here. So as we usually do on Saturdays, we try to get away from the scheduled building, and we try to get to different parts of the server and do some different things, different kinds of things, and work on different projects just to mix things up a little bit. And down we go, and taking a nap. Yeah, I'm so happy things are going awesome. I hope things are going well for you too, so. Because we have missed you, and we understand that, you know, people have things to do and stuff, and follow a lot of streamers, and a lot of us stream simultaneously, and so that makes it difficult to get around to everybody. So I do get concerned about my viewers every now and then, so I hope things are going well your way too, P-Nebs. And let's have a little bit of fun here today. There are some things I wanted to do today, just to catch some of you up if you haven't been able to attend the last couple of streams. We've laid out the area in which we're going to build our hotel. That's going to go into here. We went and gathered up a lot of the terracotta that we needed for said hotel, and also I love having that Soul Speed 3 back on my boots. And down here, we went and made our concrete farm. Now, this is just a really, really simple concrete machine. We'll make a much more robust, fully automated one. But, you know, we have a little concrete machine here, and we've been generating our white concrete. And we need to do some AFK there and generate a heck of a lot more. Finally getting over my cold. Been sick since we got back. I've just been sleeping through. Fuck, I'm so sorry to hear that you were sick, but I'm glad that you got some rest and you seem to be getting over it, so that's really, really important. Okay, and so what I thought we would do today would be to go over to Mushroom Island West. That's actually where my base is and where Kachi's base is, and that's where we're going to build our bases. What we've been working on here is just a community area. And this is a shared area that is going to wind up being our marketplace. You know, in other streams and other SMPs and stuff, they call it a shopping district. You know, I like to call it marketplace. You know, I like to be a little bit different, even though it functions the same kind of way. But so we've been working heavily on this and trying to get this established, and so we could start inviting people onto the server. But on Saturdays, I like to get away and do some other things. And so I think I'm going to go over to Mushroom Island West. We started to do a little terraforming over there, and I think that I'm going to do a little more terraforming today. Just take a break from this kind of grindy stuff and just go over there and do some cool stuff there. All right, and let's make sure that we're equipped. I think we are. One of the things I want to make certain that I have is plenty of bottles of enchanting. I have 3 stacks, but I'd like to get a little more. And there's Draken! Welcome to the stream, Drak. And so I'd like to make sure that I have a few more bottles of enchanting just to repair tools. You can see our shovel's getting a little low there from doing all that gravel resource gathering from the last time. And that means doing a little trading over here at the Chamber of Commerce. And that's not too bad. This shouldn't take us too long to do. So if some of you are groaning at this point, don't worry. It won't be that bad. All right, we have quite a bit of pumpkins and melons left over here. We really don't need a lot. And we have some emeralds there, and then we just need some bottles of enchanting. And so let's use up the rest of these melons from early game. And then once these melons are gone, it's an entirely pumpkin-based economy, lads and lasses. Oops. We should probably change that. get that out of our hand before we cause an incident. So I hope you're all doing well on your Saturday. And if you're in different parts of the world, your Sunday. If you're past the international date line. Which a number of our viewers are, actually, so. So we're making our rounds here at our Chamber of Commerce. Just getting some bottles of enchanting, so we're going to do a little terraforming, and that means there's going to be some wear and tear on the tools. And so I like to have the bottles of enchanting just ready to go there, so we don't have to stop our work. We can just smash some bottles. Go. All right, and that takes care of those. And now it's on to pumpkins. We do have to make a few tweaks to our pumpkin farm in regards to lighting. We were talking about that in one of our recent streams. And I noticed that a lot of the stems aren't growing. And I noticed the stems that aren't growing are the ones on the interior, and the stems that are grown are the ones that are closest to the glass where the light's coming in. So we definitely have to do something about light sourcing for that. And that is more than just a matter of decoration. That allows the pumpkins to grow and produce, the vines to grow and produce pumpkins. And so we already have a decent output from that, but that thing's really going to crank up once we get the lighting set. I may do that off camera. I was thinking of using jack-o'-lanterns for the lighting. I can't think of any cool-looking way to put those in there, and so I'm just going to slap them in, and maybe I'll think of some better aesthetic to put them in there. Hey, Colin, how's it going, man? I got to run to work, but I wanted to pop in and say hi. And, Colin, you're going to do your 24-hour stream pretty soon, right? I think it starts tonight and carries through to tomorrow. And so we'll definitely be logging on for that. And you should definitely check out Colin's streams. Gotta give a shout out to our viewers there who are also streamers. Because we only hang with the best. Starting tonight, yes. Okay, cool. Kind of nice things are, I am pretty busy at the school as things are wrapping up, but we're getting a little bit of space in between here as things are winding down. And so my Saturdays and Sundays I like to keep free for doing this kind of stuff and to do family stuff and, you know, to do a lot of off-camera work too. So I like the idea of doing some off-camera work that you guys don't see. That way when you log on to the next stream, we have some surprise advancements that have been some accomplishments and some progress. And so you guys get to check out some new stuff that has happened since then. So, all right, we're almost wrapped up here. At least on the emerald gathering part of this. And then we need to go upstairs to our friends, the clerics, and get ourselves some bottles of enchanting. And look, our XP is already up to 38. And then when we buy our bottles of enchanting, we're going to earn even more XP, and it's just... the closed loop system here is just crazy. In a good way. All right, Colin, you take care, and I'll drop by your stream later on tonight. Thunder, I can't shout them out. Yeah, what the heck is with that, Thunderhand? I'm going to have to do that on my stream. I'm going to have to set up my Streamlabs to do shout-outs. That's really something that's pretty basic. Compound XP, yeah. Definitely, Draken. This thing really cranks. It doesn't crank quite as much as a Blaze farm or an Enderman farm or a Guardian farm does as far as gathering XP. The amount of XP is about the same, but it takes a little longer to do. All right, I think we're good. All right, now, because I'm a good neighbor, I'm going to share. I just want to keep a stocked supply of emeralds in here for others to use. Mindfulness of others. That's thunder. All right, and now we got to go up to our friends on the purple level. Here we go. And this is so nice. This is so nice. I know this is probably not the most exciting thing to watch, but just the efficiency of this just thrills me every time because I'm half Scottish, you know, so. This really appeals to the Scotsman in me. All the bottles. Yep, you got it. But, you know, keeping a shulker full of these handy when you're working, especially when you're terraforming, is really handy because when your tools wear down, you just slap some of these down on the ground and it restores your tools with the mending and you can keep right on working and it keeps the work moving right along. Why aren't you using the XP you're getting to repair the shovel with the trading? Yeah. Because I'm a moron. That's why. Because I'm a man and I need somebody to tell me that. There we go. Hopefully there aren't any clerical errors. Nice! Nice with the puns. Thank you for that one, Draken. Thank you so much. You beat me to that one. You should be punished for that one, definitely. There we go. And the shovel is quickly coming back. But I think we're going to have to bail over the side and hit the hay here. So just remember, we do have our redeems. So we can do Bastion faceplant sleep. We can do Kachi third person sleep. And we also have our H2 no hydrate. There we go. All right, we're almost done topside here. I can remember my high school drafting teacher, Mr. Sittig, saying, "No, you're not done, you're finished. Food is done, people are finished. Tasks are finished." So we're almost finished upstairs here on our purple level. Jeppo really likes the color coding idea. You can tell what level you're on. But you know what? Once I enclose the bubble vader, which is long overdue, you know, we'll have banners that are purple here and a different kind of purple accents. So as you're flying up through here, it's really, really, really obvious. Level purple. Purple level. Where the clerics are. I think, yeah, because let me see. Draken, you made your pun when we were right about over here. We complete the circuit? Not quite. Now we'd have to wait later on in the day for these guys to clear their trade. I always like to leave some spare emeralds right up there. Okay, let's head back down. Let's go get our... What floor are the clerics on? They are on level 2. So level 1 are the farmers on level 1. Level 2 are the clerics, and levels 3 and 4 are 2 levels of librarians. Level 5 will probably be masons. There we go. And that's good enough for the shovel right there, I think. It should be fine. So touch pickaxe, doing good. Have the old bed right in there. Spare bed, that's good. I think I'm okay here. Good, 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 good. And if I'm not, P-Nebs will remind me, I'm sure. Said with appreciation. As always. Okay, I think I'm good here. Smack that. I'm going to bring some scaffolding with me. I have some in my tool case, but I should be okay. I have shulkers with me. If I need chests, I have tons of chests over there. I have crafting tables and things like that. I should be okay. I should be okay. Yeah, you know, I tried to place them on the floors by the order in which I progress through that. So the farmers are first, so I get the pumpkins from the pumpkin farm, and I go up to the farmers, and I sell the farmers the pumpkins so I get the emeralds and the XP. Then the next stage is to go up to the clerics, and then I use the emeralds I got from the farmers to buy the bottles of enchanting, and then I get even more XP. And then I'll take the emeralds and go past the clerics and up to the librarians to buy the books. And so this pumpkin farm will eventually deliver the pumpkins up to the farmer's level. And then this paper farm, which is so backed up because it's producing so much, this sugarcane farm will deliver the sugarcane up to the librarian level. I might do it that way. We'll see. This whole wing here on the opposite side of the elevator wing might be one whole storage sorting system in a vertical kind of sense. So we'll see how that works out. But that's my plan for that anyway. Okay. Oh, there we go. It should only take one rocket to get out of there. I'm still frustrated by that. All right. Go west. Not so young man. And here we go. Over to Mushroom Island West, at which we really don't spend enough time over here. This map is so cool. So we have a comparable sized Mushroom Island right over here, about 1 kilometer west of Mushroom Island Central. And that's where Kachi and I have decided to build our base. I was going to give the entire island to Kachi, but Kachi, he wants me to build there with him. So, like, okay, all right. We'll share the island, which is hilarious. But so what we did is we split the island in half. Not exactly right down the middle. You can see we just put this cobblestone marker right through here. And he's got this southeast half, and I've got the northwest half. And so my half is all over here, and his half is here. And, you know, I always like to drop by here and do a little tour of Kachi's place because he did such an awesome job on it. There's his pigs in suspension up there, which makes me laugh every time. And then, let me see, he has a little sheep pen. There's his little wheat and carrot farm down there. He built a little sugarcane farm over there. He's got a bamboo farm over there with some warped stems right there. And what does he have over here? Okay, this is his nether wart farm, I guess, right? And what does he have over here? I think this is a chicken pit. Yep, that's his chicken pit right there. And he has some, let me see, he made some mini games over here. Like this is his little target practice game with the bow. And then, let me see. Using creative mode to get the heads. Here's his little mushrooms, his little mushroom reserve. And I guess he started some villagers over here. He has at least the single farmer and the single cleric. That Kachi-chan. And here's his little house here. He's got all his little goodies and stuff. He's got a little upstairs there. And he built this really cool lighthouse up here, which I really like. Kachi always builds the coolest things. So he's got this little observatory lighthouse here he put out on the peninsula. Out on the point here. And he's got some storage. He's got his little forest over there and everything. It's really cool. I really like it. So what's my base going to be? So my base is going to be over here. And I think I'm going to put my main building right here on this little hillock. Right here. And so you can see I have everything on this side of this concrete line here. This cobblestone line here. And so we've got this bay here. I've got that peninsula. All of that over there is Kachi's. And I've got this back bay here. to the north. Over here, and I've got all this stuff. We're going to build our nether portal and everything right here, right on the line of demarcation. Right there. This is about the center point of the island, and so we're going to build a big structure here that Kachi and I are going to share there. And then I have all this stuff in the back here. I've got like some temporary tree farms back there and everything, but then I've got that point out there. And what I was going to try to do here, I wasn't really going to go so medieval with the look of it. I was going to try to make it some of those kind of elements, but I was going to try to follow the landscape as much as possible here. And so I was going to have more of a Mediterranean kind of look here. And try to build the structures into the hillsides here and stuff like this, and try to preserve the bays and stuff. And so my base is going to be that. My base isn't really going to have so much in the way of machines and everything. I can really do that on Mushroom Island Central, but it is going to have a lot of storage and stuff like that. And we'll have our corresponding place in the nether, on the roof of the nether, and things like that. And so, you know, other than storing my stuff and my spoils of battle, you know, I might have some basic things. I might have my own trading center over here. You know, that way people, this won't be the trading center. This will be mine. The trading center for everyone to use will be over there. All right, that will be theirs. And so I'll have some basic machines over here maybe, you know, but, you know, for the most part, you know, I just really like the look of this place. I think it looks really nice. My part of the bay here looks really beautiful. And I might build some structures out here in the water. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to minimize that, though, because I just like the way it looks. Although, you know, I really don't have much in the way of a reef growing out here and stuff. And so I'm going to try to build any of the water structures here. You can see where there's not really a lot going on here, even though it's war motion. So I might try to take advantage of that. And I'll try to leave the beautiful reef area here as is, because it just looks really nice. And I'm not sure how much mycelium I'm going to keep around either. I'll definitely keep some. But, hello, Mushi. But Kachi and I definitely have plans here. You can see where we've definitely got both sides of the island here. And so what am I going to do today? Well, first things first, let's put down the bunk and let's get some shut-eye. We should be safe here from mobs, but, you know, they do spawn on the edges of the biome and stuff, so we do have that to concern ourselves with. There we go. Uh-oh, Peanebs has an idea for the reef. What are you thinking of, Peanebs? I can't guarantee that I'll definitely use it, but I don't know, I might. We'll see. What's your idea for the reef? Stone here, a little bit of andesite, do some filler materials like this. And I think we're okay there. I think we're okay. Ooh. We could definitely get a shark in there in some way. We've got an idea for something quite a bit bigger than a shark, but we can stick a shark in there. I'm just not sure where we're going to put our bigger predator, but we have an idea. Kachi and I have an idea to put a bigger predator somewhere else. But it wouldn't be here, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it's going to be more over towards Mushroom Island Central. Yeah, so yeah, we could do the shark here. We could definitely do that here. In fact, I don't think I'm going to put it on that side of the reef. I would want to put it on the side of the reef on which people will be approaching the island. And they'll be approaching the island from the... Yeah, we might put it on this reef over here. Now, this is really kind of Kachi's part, technically, so I'll have to ask him about it, but I think he'll be all for it. Yeah, because people will see it over here. And these might come down, so we'll be able to see it from our base. So let's just take a quick survey of the area. Because when people approach Mushroom Island west, they usually approach it from this direction. And we have this beautiful reef in the front here. So I don't know, but we have this spot right here. We might do something right here. Right between Kachi's spot and my spot. Something to think about, definitely. Draken is finally playing Minecraft and he just died to a bee. Well, there's a first time for that for everybody. I guess death has befallen him. Here come the bee jokes. Death, where is thy sting? Right there. That's where. Okay, so I'm getting some filler materials in here because what I'm going to be doing is a little bit of landscaping. A little bit of terraforming. It was funny. Chased by a baby zombie and an enraged bee. Now see, that's why, my friends, that's why I encourage you to stream, because that would have been a hilarious clip. Okay, so what are we doing here? Hopefully not getting chased by a baby zombie, and hopefully not dying at the stinger of a bee. But what we wanted to do is, Kachi and I started this a little bit earlier. What we wanted to do is, I needed to really connect this front bay with this back bay. Okay, and the river for this comes right up to here and then stops here. And so Kachi and I were trying to terraform a decent looking canal through here that kind of looked natural enough, and we really didn't want to disrupt too much of the landscape, but we really wanted this path through here, and we really thought it would look really nice. And so a couple of things that we do need: we have some natural filler material. We're definitely going to need some sand too, which we may have to get a little bit later on. But I think where I left off with this, I was transforming the hillsides. Yeah, and then I was going to put down a bed of sand at layer 63, maybe a little less. And then I was going to start filling it in with water. Chased by a baby zombie and then stung by a bee. Speaking of being chased by baby zombies, we have been thinking and brainstorming and making a lot of progress on the plans for our Baby Zombie Rush game. And I've been talking that over with Biggie Cheese and with Kachi. And we're starting to get some ideas for that. And so I'm starting to write down those ideas and get those into shape. And then we're going to start planning that in our creative world. I think the very first thing we're going to do is just build the maze. And I want a peculiar kind of maze. I want a maze that has at least 2 paths through it. Usually a maze will only have 1 path through it. And I want this to have 2 paths through it because I want a player to be able to choose either path. And I would like it to be at least a 2-player game. And so, yeah, the amazing Baby Zombie Rush game. I think that's going to be fun and exasperatingly funny to watch us whooping and squealing through that game is going to be hilarious. I think just the visuals alone of that game will be really, really funny. In fact, I would really like somebody like Biggie Cheese or somebody to monitor third person and spectator mode so we could get a commentator and you can really see us third person running through. That would be really, really funny. Inviting people onto the server to participate in that and stuff would be hilarious. And so, and you know what? I was thinking on just doing it 1 player at a time, and we would compete. And like maybe I would take my turn and do my run and see how far I get in a certain amount of time, and then have our competitor do the same thing. But you know what? I think it's even funnier to have both of us in the maze and just both of us go through it together or separately. Or I think just leading zombies over to somebody else and having them, or just meeting up in the middle somewhere and having hordes come after us would be hilarious. I think it would be really funny. And so we're starting to get some of the ideas, or, you know, we're using ideas from viewers. Viewers offer ideas and stuff. And when we get into the planning and building stages of that, the design stage, we're going to need a lot of suggestions about, you know, how to resupply, restock, things like that are going to, there's going to be a lot of issues that are going to have to be worked out there. And I think collaborating with the viewers is going to be a lot of fun doing that. So, all right, let's get down to this. So usually what I do here is I get a basic kind of shape, and then I try to shape the hillside with that. I guess one of the things I should have done was brought over the beacon, but, you know, I'm actually a little bit worried about having overpowered tools with the beacon and stuff. That's a little too much sometimes. What I like to do for a waterway is to have it a minimum of 6 blocks wide, especially on the diagonal. And so I have two choices here. I have to remove some of the hillsides here. And looking at this, I think I have more to remove here on the northeast side than I do on the opposite bank here on the west side. And so, come on, Thunder. Why is this not working? Can't activate my rockets. There we go. Let's get an aerial here. Yeah, see, we have more to take away from this side of the island. Well, I don't know. I really doubt I'm going to build anything right on this side. Maybe I could take a little bit away on each side. And so I like to try to follow the landscape as much as I can, and then project over 6 blocks, at least on the diagonals. And then that creates the shape of the opposite side. And that way it's not exactly symmetrical, but it looks a little bit more natural, right? And I can see where over here I started to follow the shape here on this side. Yeah, and then I started to put some sandstone down there to lay it out. Okay. All right, I think I know what I was doing here. All right, and let me get back here. Let me see. This would be 60, and that would be 61. So 61 would have been the bed of the river with the sand. And you know what? I can just immediately go get some sand, because we're actually going to need that for our build here. Ah, thunder. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Here we go. One rocket should propel us all the way up. I really don't get why it takes more than that, but... All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I forgot that I really needed that much sand. I'm going to fly back and go get some sand. That should not be a big deal. I'm going to go bring it in a shulker. We already have tons of sand. So we can just fly back quickly and go get some sand. It's almost nighttime anyway. We need to take a quick trip back. And since we have rockets, that really doesn't take too much time nowadays. Or it shouldn't. Oh, the joys of remembering what you were doing from then to now. Yeah, and this was quite a while ago, too. When we started doing that over there, that was literally months ago. And so trying to remember back. You know, I suppose I should keep a record with a book and a quill and stuff. I suppose I should. Right. That's my nub to P-Nebs there. Be right back. Sure, sure. I really love the way the reef looks at night. It's really beautiful. And it's just a quick hop over the water here. Back to Mushroom Island Central. And here we are. See, it's really not that big of a deal, folks. It's really not that big of a deal. Let's see if we can... Oh, look at that. Flying skills, people. The flying skills. I'm telling you. All right, let's take a quick nap. See, when I'm trying not to die, I actually do a pretty good job. All right. Let us get out a shulker, and we'll fill it full of sand. Right. Oh, relax now. We've got a lot of sand here. See? And I think one shulker full of sand should be plenty. We're going to use, make some sandstone, some stuff like that, and lay it down. Now we might put some reef elements with the sea pickles and stuff to make it glow and make it look really nice. And then I'll put the rest in my inventory. I'm going to need to save 2 slots. All right, so let me see. I think that'll do it. Great. Okay, so actually we only need to save 1 slot because that can go in there. Really, Thunder? Overpowered pickaxe. And we can grab that last one. Or maybe we can't. Oh, that's why, because of that. Okay, now we're good. Okay, let's head on back. Wasteful of rockets. Now there's a way that if we aim down to 40 degrees, and then aim up to 40 degrees, and I think if you keep switching back and forth to 40 degrees like this, you can go indefinitely like this. You can fly indefinitely like that. Now, aiming back up 40 degrees, aiming back down 40 degrees. I think this is how it works. You gather the momentum, up 40 degrees, like that. And you can conserve rockets this way. Now, we've got tons of rockets. I'm really not too concerned with that. But this is a cool thing to practice in the end, for example, when you're low on rockets. If you can get enough to get you in the air, then you should be all set. You should be able to go for quite some time. All right, so I'm gonna... Where do I want to place this stuff? Well, that didn't work out well, did it? Okay, I can see this following a path around the edge here, like that. And this might open up onto that side over there. So I think it would be pretty easy. It's not going to go over to this side, so I'll set up our gear over here for right now. Set out the toolbox. There's our shulker full of sand right there. Okay. And a couple of things. Wow, maybe I didn't bring a crafting table. How foolish. I thought I had one in my toolbox. That's a standard toolbox item. Really. I think I have one up here. Yeah, right over there. I have a 2-hour stream, and half of the stream, the first hour, is just preparing. And then I only have like 1 hour to build. Let's move this down there. You have to admit, though, the Elytra makes things so much faster. All right, we can do that. That should be fun. All right, and I'm just going to make a little bit of sandstone here. There we go. And that helps me lay out the edges and stuff. I know this isn't about your stream, but did you see the video Tango posted? I did watch a number of Tango videos lately, so that I would have to ask you to elaborate. And which one? Is it about Third Life? Is it about Among Us? Because I know he finished his Hermitcraft season 7 is over for him. He's done. He also has the Create mod series that he's running with Zedaf. And I don't know which one of those is the latest one. He posted his Among Us video. Yes, okay, so I did see that. Yep. And I've seen it from his point of view so far. I haven't seen the corresponding Impulse and Green videos yet. I haven't watched the others' videos yet, but I have seen his. But poor Tango, he is fried now. He is like, that is it for me. I have had enough. I need to chill. And some folks are, disappointed that, he's finished up with Hermitcraft now, but it's like, wow, he really burnt out working on that Among Us. That was really tough for him. So I think if anybody's earned a break, it's definitely him. Actually, what I should be doing with this at this point is making sure that from each one of these that I have my 6 blocks width. And this helps me mark things out. So I might follow that kind of shoreline. We'll see. This will just open right out onto the sea. One, two. Thusly. Okay, so I know that's going to go at least to there. And then this side I might want to change the shape of this because this is a little too straight here. I don't mind having this looking like this a little bit. And we may change a little bit of this stuff later too. And so this side we might be able to get away with doing a little bit like this. I have to be careful not to let all the water come crashing in on me here. But... and this terraforming stuff is always like wiggly, niggly stuff to do, I mean, it's always... Actually, I'm one level up too high, right? Here we go. Don't let the water in, Thunder. Okay, that's not too bad. Then I think if I can bring it out a little bit. In both directions, then I think I'll be doing good. Thusly. Right. I'm leaving the cobblestone there because that's Kachi and I's, yeah, see, already. Here we go with the... letting the water in. Come on. Come on. But that means I'm almost where I want to be. So we're going to put that right about there. This right about here. You know what? I think that's good enough. And let's also put a bed right over here so we don't have to keep flying up there. I'm just going to slap this down. It'll free up some inventory space too while we're at it. Understandable Season 7 has been going for almost 15 months, and he spent the last, 4 months on that mini massive game? Yeah, since January, right? Extreme Build, you mean? That game in and of itself is a base, yeah. And that was just one of 2 colossal games that he built, because he also had Decked Out, right? And so, Decked Out and then followed up by the Among Us game? Wow. All right, what I might do here... All right, let's just take this out here. Get ourselves a little bit of working room. Sometimes I like to open this up so I can see better. I know all of this is coming out. All right. It's just that this row right here is kind of bothering me a little bit. Yeah, I don't like the way this. So I'm going to take some of this out. I'm going to try to make it look a little bit more random. A little bit more natural anyway. As a math teacher, you know, I often don't like the way that random is used. And so I try to avoid randomness. I try to use the word natural. You know, it can have some random stuff in it, but do that. Let's have that come up with that a little bit. That sort of breaks up the shoreline a little bit. And now if we just go 6 of these, roughly, that's 4. Here we would. That would be the opposite. Things like that. We just keep following that pattern. Over here. Ooh. Then we'll clear out that stuff over the top. There's a lot of gravel we have to deal with there. Things like this. And that's kind of how I do the layout of this kind of stuff here. We have this one here. And I know this seems tedious, but the end result is pretty cool. This one's a little short. Right. Get a little bit more sand in the old inventory. I guess I think I can get that. Oh, we definitely need a better way out of here, that's for sure. It's gonna let me under. There we go. Wow, I do. That's down. Huh, that's interesting. Let me see. I forgot about Decked Out. Yeah, it's easy to forget about something as huge and colossal as Decked Out, because then you have Among Us is right after that, right? That's the one under the shopping district. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That was a colossal game. So he actually did 2 of those really huge games. And then, you know, his base itself, the Toon Towers, isn't really anything to sneeze at either. I mean, that's just that creeper launcher system alone is pretty big. And then when he took over False's base, the stuff he did over there, it's like, man, that is one busy lad, I'll tell you. Productivity is really impressive. And you know, I'm not trying to be super strict with this pattern. I'm just... This gives me a general idea of what's going on. And not quite so specific to follow. Gives you a kind of shoreline shape here with which we can work. All right, and so we need a minimum 6 diagonal and also 6 linear too. So or that should do well there. Okay, that's pretty good. This is pretty narrow though, right in here. Right, so we're gonna have what? 1, 2, 3. And the idea of keeping these like at least a minimum of 6 for the width is so you can just do a rowboat through here really, really easily. Plus, I think it looks better. You know, it looks less like a creek. Crick. It looks less like a creek through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, and then 1 more. And there is an easier way to plan this out like this, but I don't do enough of this landscaping stuff. Let me see, what do we got here? Ooh, this is one of the problems I have with how people view content creators. It's always more, faster, faster, faster. But then you try to keep up with the demand, and it's like, no, I can't. Burnout happens, and then in worst case scenarios, they quit the game they love. Yeah, you know, you really gotta keep firm about keeping your own pace. You know, I think somebody Tango's position pretty much. Yeah, I'm switching into sit down mode a little bit early here. But somebody, he can really call his shots, you know, and if he really wants to build at that kind of pace, he will, and if he doesn't, he's not going to. Like, a lot of people don't want him to finish Hermitcraft right now, but he's like, you know what, enough's enough, I gotta chill for a little bit. And so he's done. The new season will start when 1.17 comes out, and so, you know, he's got a couple of months to chill now. He's got June and July, and he's not exactly chilling, he's still producing more content, but more content that's less intensive, right? His create mod, I guess he's doing with ZF, is pretty easygoing, and the Third Life is really easygoing. I guess those guys really like that because it generates content that they don't have to make videos to edit so much and things like that. It's really more relaxed. So those Hermitcraft videos are really hard for them to make, I guess. So slow and steady wins the race. I think so. It's just tough pace-wise, you know. I mean, like doing something like this is actually pretty tedious to do. This kind of landscaping, you know. Scar can really crank this stuff out, man. He gets really right down into this and stuff. But you know, I'm just not that fast, you know. But that's the way it is, you know. There's really not a lot I can do about that, you know. Even when I finish up at the school, I'm still not going to be able to do this full time, you know. I'll have a little bit more time, but not a lot, really. And then there's the fact, you know, learning how to do things faster. You know, I am learning how to do things faster, though. I am getting a lot better. I know this seems like it's pretty darn slow, but if you think this is slow, you should have seen how I used to build like a year ago. 2, 5, and then maybe 1 more. I've actually learned a lot of things, and I learned a lot of things just from having viewers and feeling somewhat obligated to move things along because I have viewers. But also just getting tips and stuff from viewers really helps. And even if I don't use this viewer or that viewer's exact tip, it usually makes me think of something else. At the very least, it makes me think of something else that makes things shorter and faster. But, you know, Minecraft isn't really supposed to be a speedy kind of game, you know? It's really not designed for that. Maybe like this. There we go. That's why, you know, one of the ideas of Generations is to have people of mixed ages and backgrounds on here and stuff, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one of the things I get out of having Biggie and even Kachi playing on here is that they're a lot quicker with things in some kinds of regards. In some ways they are. And I actually do learn quite a bit of stuff from them. And nothing kids like more, nothing builds their confidence more than being able to help the adults with things. That really builds a kid's confidence really fast. Being a teacher, I know that. That. There's the sand. Okay, switch spots. 1, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe 6 over here. And this is good. You know, I don't really get to do this kind of work too often because we're on the schedule and stuff, trying to get things ready and built and everything for the hotel and all that and everything. It's nice to just chill and do some basic kind of landscaping stuff. So Scar has also been terraforming for longer. Oh yeah, he's just unbelievable. You're developing your style of building. Yep. Hydrate. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, clearly, you know, those guys have been at this a lot longer. You know, he's built all kinds of methods into his just basic building where he's like, yep, and when it comes to this, I do this, and when it comes to that, I do that. Yeah, I don't have any of that worked out yet. 5, that should actually be like this. And let me see. Let's get an overview here. I'm going to blast away some of this stuff. Plus, I niggle obsessively over some really dumb things sometimes, too. Like collecting all of this debris and putting it in chests and everything. If you watch Tango build, you know, if you've got enough of this stuff, just let it despawn, you know? You don't... It's not really needed. You know, I used to formerly waste a lot of time on things like that. You know, I mean, if it's fast and convenient to save, I'll save it. But you get to this hoarder kind of level where it's not productive and it's like, all right, hoarder, let it go. You're bordering on sickness there. You're going to find yourself on a reality TV show if you're not careful. So you're going to be careful for things like that. And it just makes building faster. You don't have to save every little piece of everything that you mine, you know? Most of it, maybe, you know, but every little piece, no. Not necessary. I mean, we just have, like, the smooth stone. We have that for days and days. We have so many chests of that. And who knows, maybe we'll get an idea and we'll come back. We'll change all of this anyway. And so I try not to get too committed to stuff like that. Now, this will slope up more. Some of it won't, though. Some of it I'll leave as cliffs. I might not leave it as this material, but some of it I just may leave as straight-up cliffs like that. We'll see. We'll see. And you know what? We may have to pillar up for some of this stuff. Clear out some of that. I have to think of how I'm going to reach that there now. But, and hope that I don't gravalanche myself here. I think I'll be all right. Like some of this coal I'll try to hang on to, but really, I think we have plenty of coal. I think the next level I'm going to build on the Chamber of Commerce will probably be masons. I think that'll be a really handy thing to have because we can buy the quartz. You know, that's critical. That I wanted to keep, at least for the moment. I might take that out later. We'll see. Yeah, that looks... not my rockets. I need those. Come on, hands. Do what the brain says now. Do what the brain says. Right. Okay, I know where I am. I think I do. I think I'm in business here. So PNABs, I have to fix the shout-outs, and so we can do shout-outs. I'm really surprised I haven't put that in there so far. I mean, that's like a really basic thing that should be on every stream. And it's, you know what, it's easy to do, too. Okay, I think that's pretty good. This has to be cleared out a little bit here. I guess I should be using the scaffolding for this too, right? But we've had that discussion before, right? Dirt versus scaffolding. Dirt usually wins. Okay, I think that's good enough. Right. That should give us a decent overhead view. Start to see what's going on here. Awk with the sand thunder. And I think I did want to bring that up, though. Like this. I wanted to bring these two up. Avalanche! Actually, gravel is one thing that we should be conserving, but you know what? We have those gravel hills. So, yeah. I guess we do need to take out that stuff, right? Again, I'm just trying to take a look at the shape here from above. And that's going to come out. And that's going to come out. That should be fine. Definitely that. Good. All right, we got a little bit to do over there. I think we're okay here. We'll get the area view now and see what the layout looks like. That right in there. Jump trouble. Great. I like it. Let me see. And you have billions of blocks under your pickled feet. Yes, just let it despawn. That's what I say. Going to lurk for a minute. Brother has called me, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to take a flight overhead and see this from on high and get the bird's eye view of things. There we go. This way, we'll double back. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And then we'll bump down. Ow! My face! I'm okay! And then we'll bunk down here. And then we'll take a look from above again, and then we'll lay out some stuff. Also, we can just climb to the top of the hillside here and have a look too. All right, so we can just get a high vantage point here. It's really hard to double jump with the Elytra on, because it opens the wings to the flight mode, and then it's let's go up to the side. We can see a little bit more here. All right, not bad, not too bad. Now this will open out this way, and so you'll get that mouth narrowing in over here, and then it'll a little narrow passage through there, and then opening out into the bay over there. So I think that's the way that should go. Right. Okay. Ow! My cankles. Okay, so let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it. 4. 5. 6 like that. And stone right there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Thusly. Clearly that's going to be sand. Right there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sandstone right there. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach in there. There we go. Three, 4. Yeah, that's not good. 5. That's right. This 4, 5, 6 like that. And here, you know, I'm just tracing out the shoreline here. I know I'm being a little wiggly niggly here with the counting out the blocks and stuff, but you know what? I just want a certain width. Like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 like this. And here we have to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 like this. 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay. A little narrow in here. 5. 6 like that. 4. 5. 6 like that. Technically 7 there, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good. Okay, that seems a little bit wider. Good. This might be too narrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're good. All right, I just worry about stretches like this and making sure that they're wide enough. Like here, 1. This should be sandstone. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, say 4. 5. And 6 like that. Okay, but we'll get that later. I just want this passageway through here first. All right, so there are some things that we have to clear out here, like this. And, you know, we got to be careful here because if I open this up, we might get water coming in. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm back. I'm always. I just hit my elbow on my desk. Ouch! You know what? That deserves one of these. That deserves one of those. Awk. Not so much an ouch, but an awk. You know, I was on Oscar Dig's stream the other day as a viewer, and we were talking about making emotes, and I think it was Colin that we were talking with. Oscar, Colin, and I were talking about making emotes. Could have been Colin. And I was saying, yeah, you know, I'm trying to think of more ideas for emotes, but, you know, my awk emote pretty much covers everything, so... But there's a couple of other ones that we can do, like we need a raid emote, and sub badges too are things that I can do. I can get the sub badges. Sub badges should be pretty easy for me to knock out. Okay, I like the shape of that. That's actually pretty good now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We're good there. Okay, here's the next line to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Okay, good. And right here, 1. 5. I think that goes over there. 2, 4, 5. 5, 6. And then here, I think that's going to go there. Oh, maybe a little less. 1, 2, 3. 4. This. That is 6. Oh, and we're good. We're good. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're starting to get near the water, I can see, because of the gravel starting to come in. Here we go. Good. 4, 5. Hawk. Hands. What I tell you to do. Okay, that's that. And then we have this over here. Okay, here we're getting into the water. Okay, that's better. It's gonna get filled in with water anyway, but not yet. Redeem the Kachi third person sleep. Where's the sun? Oh, it's gonna be soon. Going to be soon. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. Six. Okay. 1. Get this out of the way. Akachi third person sleep coming up. He is so proud of that, by the way. He's so funny. What a kid. Got it. Okay, I think we ought to be getting on with that, right? Hello, fishes. Okay, I think we can do this from this angle here, and we should be okay. Do, 5. Like, we angle the body thusly. You put the head like this, and... here we go. Kachi third person sleep. There you have it. I've got all these channel points. Got to use them for something. Yeah, definitely. And watch time. Congratulations, 19.42. But you and I know it's a lot more than that. Just letting the other viewers acknowledge that. Definitely more than that. Okay, back to building. You know, one thing I could have done on this is I could have done the TNT and let the TNT shake this. You know, in hindsight, that's probably what I would have done. Plus, it would have been more fun to watch. Okay, so this is looking pretty good here. And now comes the hard part, actually, where this is going to spill out into that. That's going to be kind of hard. But let's see if we can get some shoreline going here. One thing I do like to have is some bankage on either side of this to slope it up. If I have water, I'd like to have some banks so people can climb up out of the water if they have to and onto the banks. So I always like to have that. All right, and the level I want is 63. And you know what? I might actually start to fill some of this in with water just to get an idea. I mean, I might regret it later, but... water is layer 63. So we have 2 layers of water that we have to put in here. And if that's the case, you know, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, if you could just go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the banks out of sandstone, I think. Right, and then I'll taper it out a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hindsight was so last year. Or at least yesterday. It was so 2020, darling. Yeah, you know, let's go do sandstone for the banks, I think. But I think I should really work a little bit on this part here. Because we've got water on the other side of that. So let's do a little bit here. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to use some of that stone here to get a decent bed going here. So if we're digging underneath, we'll be okay. We find ourselves digging underneath, we'll be all right. Don't have water come deluging us from above. That's actually a word. Probably not. Deluge is not a verb. Okay, I like that. And let me see. Do that. We'll fill in a little bit of this stuff here, thusly. I'll get that iron on some other time. All right, and we got to be careful here not to go too wild with the old overpowered shovel here. Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. Yeah. All right, there we go. Right. Okay, sure. Looking good. Good enough, anyway. We can always do some tweaky things later. Fuck. Hands. Okay, I think at least on this pat, I can let the water in. At least up to here. So I'm going to do something like that. Thusly. Okay, and then we're going to have to fix the running water bits, right? Oh yeah, we're going to have to start down here. We're going to have to do this in 2 layers. There. Hands. Stop it. Stop. It's hard to do that when you're bobbing. I think we're good. I think we're good. We can come over here. And put a little bit right there underneath like that. Let's put some there. Oh, I hate it when the blocks don't update. Because the only way you can fix that is like that. It's really annoying. Okay, I don't mind the transition area from sand to mud like that. That's okay. Although I probably, when I get this done, I'll carve this open here a little bit like a U shape. $19.08. Watch time, hours, Drac. You're a little bit behind somehow. Hindsight is 2020. Therefore, it was still last year. That joke never gets old to me. Time for an iron farm. An iron farm is long, long overdue. It really is. It's going to come in like that. This is going to have to go outwards. Like that. And you know what? I was just going to take this whole thing out of the side here and open it up. That's what I was going to do. I wasn't even going to follow it right along here. Now I'm remembering. All right, so let's just take this down. Because I don't want it to be so narrow. All right, and then I want it to round outwards like that. So I'd do a little something like this, I think. I'm carving into part of Kachi's hillside here, but you know what? He's okay with that. Trust me. All right, that's pretty good. I think we're going to shape the mouth of the river opening like that, or the channel opening anyway. Yeah, a little something like that. And then we'll do something with the sides there. Ooh, more iron. And sandstone, that's good. Fuck, we're gonna have to sleep again. Okay, looking good. Looking okay. I believe you. We'd probably hear him yelling in the background if he wasn't okay with it. He is a really chill kid. I gotta admit, Kachi is really cool. We were playing the Yokai Watch version of Monopoly last night, and he's just the coolest kid. He got to a point where he could have won the game, but he wanted the game to go on longer. And so he purposely stalled and prevented himself from winning just so he could have the game go on longer. And he's like giving his money to Giga and I, Biggie and I, because we're losing and stuff. It's just, he's just the chillest kid. He really is. Sometimes I worry about him, you know, when he's older going out into the world. I think people are going to rob him blind because he's so nice. Too nice. I'm a little worried about him. Use the rest of the sand to build up this bed. How are we doing for time anyway? Wow, it's about 1:30. All right, we're doing well though. Again, you know, we're just doing some different things on different parts of the server today. You know, this isn't really super critical as far as timeline goes and things like that. I just like to chill on Saturdays. That's not what I wanted my hands to do. Okay, that's good. I think that's pretty good. And we'll just bring this hillside down. You know what? I'm just going to grab this. I'm too Scottish not to. There we go. And let's fill it in with some of that. Got it. And a little bit of this over here. And then we're good. Okay, fine. Okay, you know what? I think we're pretty good here. Just about. Got a little bit of that. I'm going to build up on the shoreline, so I'm going to keep that just like that. And on this side, let's let in the sea, shall we? Okay, I'm not going to do too much there yet as far as filling in. We can take this out. Let's do that. Or, I don't know, maybe I should. At least up to a certain point. Because I want to sculpt this down a little bit. Okay, so let's place some sand. Let's do... I don't think I have any sand right now. Let's go get some then. Probably plenty of it laying around. Let's get rid of this guy. Get rid of that. Isolate. Help. No! Sand. That's what we need. Pick up some sand right here. A little bit more right there. And we'll just make a little barrier right here. Let's fill right up to there. Let's do water right up to about there. This will be 2 blocks high, Thunder. Like that. Okay. Yes, I did. I did see where you did the hydrate back then. I thought I already did it, but even if I didn't. All right. I saw the one, let me see, right before before Draken called his watch hours. I saw that one. But that's okay. We can always get a little more. And in comes the tide. You're right. Because now you can do no more. Yeah, I did have to put a limit on the hydrates because otherwise I'd have to stop the stream several times to seek relief, if you know what I mean. Off to the bog for a slash. And so I did have to limit those. But, you know, I do have to think of some more kinds of redeems. All right, so we can do a little something like this. Let's start in here first. Almost. Water's always weird stuff to work with. You got to get this just right. Come on, shoot across. Okay, now I have the water source here. I can just grab from here if I do it right. Shoot across. Good. Yep, shoot across. Do one at a time. Okay, right here then, maybe? There it goes. Okay. thing I hate is that this often doesn't work vertically. And so you have to do it one layer at a time like this. And you have to check, because when you get the flowing water under a layer of other water, that is so annoying. I think it is anyway. There we go. Nice. Oh, and here comes the upper layer now. The upper layer is coming in to fill in. Looking good. Right there. Yeah, this is always tricky business. And I do more redemptions for sleep time. That's right. Oh, we got a Bastion faceplant sleep in here. I might have to move the bed for that one. I think we're going to have to try that one pretty soon, too. Those are always fun. I always like doing those. Ugh. And of course, on the sand here, we'll plant the, sea pickles. We'll put some kelp in here and some seagrass and stuff to make it look nice. We won't leave it just plain sand. But I want to do some things with the shoreline and stuff like that, so. I hate it when it doesn't update. There and there, it doesn't update. So maybe if I fly out and unload the chunk and then reload it again. Oh, you're going to have your Bastion faceplant sleep here pretty soon. All right. Let's see what this looks like coming in anyway. Okay, that's a little better. That's not too bad. All right. As far as Bastion faceplant sleep, I need to put this in a somewhat open area so we stand any chance at all of doing this. Where do I want to try this? This is pretty open out here. Okay, I'm going to try it right here. This is pretty good. Okay, let's try that. All right, here we go. Now, if I do this just right. And I can slow down and aim for it. Click. Oh, nailed it. Yes. And there you have it. Bastion faceplant sleep. Done. Okay, so let's head back over here and we're wrapping things up. Get a little bit of progress out here, I think. I'll put that right there. Let's head back over here. This. So I want to make this slightly U-shaped. So I want to This down here. Pretty dramatic, but have a plan. Oh. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, and the next this. I think I should bring it over a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We should take out some of that. All right, that's not too bad. And then for this one, bring that down a little bit. All right, that's getting a little bit better, I think. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. Okay, looking pretty good. You're getting distracted. It's just a thrill a minute here on the Generations Minecraft run server. All right, you know what? And we ought to replace some of this stone here with some dirt, at least, or some sandstone. With the elytra. It's driving me nuts. All right, I think we're going along here fairly well now. That. Almost there. Now this side, I'm actually going to want to do something like that. All right, I think that's good enough. That's not too bad. That looks okay. You know, we'll make some tweaks to it and stuff, and Work on the shorelines a little bit. Put some kelp in there and some grass. And I think we'll be in business. Oh dear. One thing I do want, though, is I do want to recover this sand. Because we're going to be using a lot of that. Then we're going to have to do some things like get some seagrass and stuff. Now, I guess we could get some clay and put that in there too, right? And you know what? I may, you know, change this so it's not quite all one level either. I may do that as well. Like shore-wise, I usually like to... Where's that sandstone? Right in here. A little bit more. No, we've got some right here. This is good. I usually like to extend that out a little bit from the shoreline, you know, so you can pull up your boat there, and you've got some shallows, right? Look at our fishies. Now, I think you need at least 2 blocks of water deep in order for the fish to spawn and do their thing, if you know what I mean. We need to get some more sandstone. I don't get it. What did I do there? Why am I swimming? What? I thought I took care of that. Are you satisfied now? Really? And I'm going to start unloading some of that stuff I don't need as I'm bringing up the sand here. Hey, do what I tell you to do. No, I guess not. Okay, we can't do the shift. All right. You have to place it manually. All right, whatever. I can handle it. I can handle it. How are we doing for time here? Ooh, we only have 10 minutes left of the stream anyway. Is that sun about to go down again? Good Lord. Okay, that's pretty good. That'll give us a nice little shoreline here. On which we can pull up our boots. Okay, whatever. They spawn in the ocean and river biomes. Yes, they do. I was just trying to think. Depth-wise, though, it has to be a certain depth. If you only have 1 block of water deep, I don't think that they'll spawn there. I think they need at least 2. And we're talking about fishes, folks. Fishes. And fishy folk. Okay, that's not too bad. Again, later, you know, we're going to want to put some plants here and stuff, so grass. So we'll put a couple of blocks of sand here and there. But we're going to have to extend the width on that side some. Break things up a little bit like that on that side. And that's good enough. And we might put some clay in there too, to sort of break up the color a little bit. And we might make a little sandstone around the edges, or at least some dirt on the edges here too. But I like to have a nice, at least 3-block wide shoreline that folks can pull their boats up on, and then... But this is probably going to wind up being a sheer cliff right up there after a certain point. I don't think I'm going to have a gradual hillside up there. Might do the same on that side. But anyways, I think that's about all the time we have today, folks. The wiki does not answer that. Really? I think we'd have to Google it, right? And just Google Minecraft fish spawn depth. Right? That might do it. I'll save those things. I'm going to leave me goodies right here, I think. Let's find a good place to do an outro. First of all, are any of our friends streaming right now? Who knows? Jesse Mama's streaming right now. We could drop in and say hi to Jess with our little stream of 2 or 3. We could do that. We could do that. Okay, so go into third person here for a little bit. And this is Thunderhand64 having come to you live from the Generations Minecraft Realm server on a Saturday afternoon with Princess Nebula and Draken. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'm going to see if we could do a little raid over to Jesse Mama's stream, because I do have a little bit of time for that today. So let's try to plan that out. So... Raid. Not in the caps with the caps lock. And we're doing our raid countdown. 3, 2, 1, and here we are in raiding now. And that's going to do it for me for my stream for this afternoon, people. Thank you so much. Join us for Kachi time tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye for now.